Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Ernie C, the Gap Tooth Genius, and this is the premiere episode of Keep Grinding, the podcast. And I'm here with my guy, familiar face. We're back up,
No,
bro.
I know, man.
Double R, Rubber Revita.
Well, what up, bro? How you been, man?
You look tired, bro.
Man, it was a night,
Oh
and
my god.
I'm here off God's will and love for the podcast. So
Oh man, dog. I appreciate it so much. Let me turn this down because you know what? It took us a while to kind of get this thing going,
man,
man.
it's been a morning.
Oh
Yeah, it's
god.
been a morning, but you're running. We're up and running. It looks good.
How you like it?
It looks good. I like it, man. I like it.
And this is going to be the premiere episode. Keep grinding the podcast. We're going to stay true to what got us here. It's off the fly. We really didn't talk about what we're going to talk about, but I know what. Um, I'm really honored to have you as a guest, man, a premier guest. Took a little hiatus, but kind of do the rebranding. We're grinding. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's a nice move, right move. SCS was good for its
It was fun,
time.
dog.
It was a lot of fun. But I mean, you're taking off with this keep grinding stuff, so you might as well run with it.
I cannot sell shit on a. I can't sell shit, bro. Like
It
I'm literally selling like flies on a shit, and
yeah,
that was fun. But like, I can't get these guests I want, and they can't really push their hey.
I can't
See me
picture
out,
the
shoot the shit.
I can't picture the boxers with the shit on their chest either.
Yeah,
So
dog.
I mean,
That's not what I
yeah.
want at all, bro. Um, so this is what it is, man. I think it's gonna be a good pod. I think it's gonna be. I just want really grinders on here, bro. We could talk about whatever we talk about, but I think everybody on here is gonna be a grinder, bro. I've been seeing you grind. I'm really really happy to see your output has been magnificent, my guy.
Yeah, lately I've been pressing record a lot more
I
and
see that, dude. We
and
got the we got
yeah,
what
man.
are these? What we got here? I see you bring the
Oh,
cameras out.
I brought my little gimbal thing,
I like that. I
small
like
little
that.
gimbal. It's kind of like in the background like me. So, just let it press record and let it do its thing and I kind of clip it up and put it out. So,
So what's I know we've always talked about doing like the daily um we were just talking about this the other day, just like a day in the life recording ourselves. And I know it's kind of even in the beginning, if you look at off the fly, it was kind of hard for you to be in front of the camera and just talk about just putting you out there. So what's been, I guess, your motivating factor to kind of putting yourself more out there and just becoming the face of your brand?
it again, it's like taking that next step type thing, people can only grasp on or I guess like fall in love with the designs and some of it. But at one point they're gonna want to know who it is, who's making it, and how it's being made, and kind of that person to grasp onto. So
Definitely.
I'm just trying to step out of my comfort zone. I think that was one of my things I wanted to do this year, and trying to put foot to pedal and see where it goes.
And we talked about this so many times from our we had the off the fly, then we had shooting the shit. Now we keep grinding, just execution, and um, that's what it is, bro. I think you're executing, and can you kind of explain to people? I know we have some first time listeners. For their soul, you have for the kids now apparel. What's the inspiration behind both your brands, and what's your goals for this upcoming year?
Yeah, so For the Soul was just something I wanted to create clothes or at least t-shirts that I didn't see on the market that I wanted to wear
Mm-hmm.
with my sports teams from Dodgers, Lakers,
Mm-hmm.
icons from like Kobe, Jordan that I personally just wanted to see on a t-shirt. And then that kind of picked up and ran. And then lately, I'm a father of two now, so
I see that. I love it, bro.
seeing them and wanting or seeing me create clothes, and they're like, "Oh, can you make me some?" At least my oldest daughter, my
Yeah.
youngest one, don't really talk that much, but she's asking, "Oh, can you make me t-shirts with this and that?" And I'm like, like
Run with it.
let's just run with it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
put it out to the masses on top of that. And of course, I'm spending a lot more time with them now, so I got personal little models, and you know what I mean. So it kind of just rolls together. But for the kids, it's just literally what the brand is named. It's for the kids. Um, and I can make it as goofy as I want. I can make it as unserious, and so it's kind of fun. It's been fun to play with and see how the designs kind of roll out. Like I've never put 7 or 8 designs out at one time like this because I just have
fire,
so
bro.
much. You know what
Yeah,
I
it's
mean? So
fire,
it's
bro.
been really cool. It's been a really fun process.
Love it, though. I love seeing you're because you're very creative and just having that outlet. I think it's nice to see, bro, and just I'm rooting for you, my guy, and
Thank you,
it's
man.
been fun to like I talked the mini. That's the one. Like Aubrey's gonna love that, bro.
Man, it's again, it's love from even when I was a kid, all that stuff. So Looney Tunes. I used to be in the Warner Brothers store with my grandma and my uncle. They were buying the little plaques and stuff. I was in there messing with like the TVs. They had the little tubes, getting lost, hanging with Scooby and stuff like that. So all that stuff is just kind of like full circle because my kids
Hmm.
are watching it now. I'm able to, see other kids pick it up, and so it's been really cool. I mean,
I think the
all the
style too,
inspiration of that.
bro. I think is that something that's coming back. It's kind of, I think nostalgia is always kind of what's been selling the last couple of years. Is that something that's really on your mind too when you're making these designs? Like it's kind of, it's, I guess it is full circle. This is, it's our past, it's our childhood. Now you have children. It's like they're reliving it now. It's like now I can put on a shirt and
Yeah, I
make it
mean,
your own.
yeah, you could. I mean, you could say that definitely because, again, like you said, nostalgia is always going to sell, especially us kids who some of us may have not had all that growing up, and we're able to now buy it for our children or pass it down to our kids. So, I think in a small fraction in the back of my head, I think that's what comes out when I start making these designs. Um, I'm not really thinking of it that crazy, like, oh, this nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. I just think it's more of like, oh, this will look dope, or this was dope back in the 90s. I didn't
Hmm.
have it, so shit, let me make it for my kids, and let's let them rock it, and then now they can have something, pictures or whatever they show to their kids, and now, you know, it can be passed down to their kids or whatever the
Definitely.
case, especially if they pick up this t-shirt stuff or design stuff.
And I think with creativity too, bro. I was just telling Jaden. Shout out to our new producer here, Jaden. What's up, Jaden? How you doing, sir? Got my. It's a family thing, bro. But I was telling Jaden, execution and just like I don't know if the pod's gonna do well. I don't know, but it's what we love to do. This is what I love to do, and we're just gonna do what we love. And I think that we can relate to that. We're gonna do whatever happens with the product, and I'm sure you. It's success to you how many shirts you sell. It's like, oh no, this is my creativity getting out for people to see it, and I'm doing it because I'm inspired by what's around me. You know what I mean?
I think just I've always been the guy to say that if you're not trying and if you're not failing, you're not really living. I feel like,
Yeah, bro.
and even if I don't sell a T-shirt, as long as I put it out there and I got eyes on it or reactions to it, that's more than enough for me. Of course, money it'd be
Oh yeah,
great.
hundred
I
percent.
mean, I
Yeah,
could do without. Of course, I don't care to be in front of the camera, so fame's never been in something
yeah,
that I
bro.
had in my head. But I think it's just more of that. Like, I just want to be able to try it, see if it works out, and if it doesn't, then let's move on or let's adjust and make it better and come back, type thing. You know what I mean? And I think we've expressed that on Off the Fly,
Yeah, bro.
STS. Like, I think that that's been a constant thing or trait of ours. Just we want to try, we want to get it out there and inspire others that may be able to do it better.
And that's why I was telling Jay too. Like I don't know what. Like now we got a little production, we got the cameras. I don't know what's gonna happen with this thing, but I know keep grinding. The podcast is the new movement, and I want to try. Like I said, we have to. It makes so much sense to do that. For me, it makes sense. There's no need to push three different things. It has to be all under one umbrella. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's if it fails, it fails. I'm not like I said too. Like we were talking about the day in the lives and all that stuff. I like that stuff, but it's like man, that's to me it takes away from my grind in a weird way because I don't. This is kind of it's still weird to me too, but it's the pod. I got to record. I wanted to be a video format, but I really everything I do is kind of me. I'm not. I don't really think twice. I just do shit. Everything's organic with me too.
yeah,
I'm notorious. I was telling Adriana yesterday. Um, I'm just want to throw shit on the wall. Whatever sticks sticks, and there's time to keep. I feel like I'm still have time to do another thing. Do another thing. I'm still learning how even with the keep grinding stuff, bro, I don't know exactly. I know we're aiming towards these boxers, but I don't know exactly what the goal is with that either. I just want to keep sponsoring kids and just give them opportunities to say, "Hey, this guy sponsored me." That's a big deal to them, and
mhm,
I believe in their art and I believe in their grind. That's a whole different. Like they represent keep grind. You know how it is.
yeah,
There is no
yeah,
off season for these kids. There is no off season for um, the gym, the boxing wise at least. So and it's cool to give, and it is giving back to the community too, because these kids most of them are East Side kids,
yeah,
and this is all they
yeah.
got, and it. I don't know what's gonna happen with it, bro. But you said it's creativity, bro, and it's love, and whatever happens, happens with it.
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to our wives because it takes a lot to deal with people that just like constantly like thinking of things to do, and and to them they see like madness, low key, because
Oh
I could
yeah,
be doing this T-shirt thing, and then I'm like, hey, I think I want to go and do this, and they're like, stay right here for a
yes,
second and
yes,
figure it out, and So yeah, shout out them for keeping us on track
Yeah, I
for the
couldn't.
most part.
Now that married and everything. Which, thank you for coming, bro. I shouted you out. I actually, we're gonna drop this. Shout out to my guy Daniel. I got some cool footage. I give you two shout outs, my guy. I didn't even notice I did that. You're my guy.
Oh,
Oh my,
I gotta even see this
were you a
video
little
yet.
faded?
Man, yeah.
Oh, I was faded too. No, you gotta see the dude. I don't remember half the video either. I was like, "What? Did you see the one I dropped the other day? That behind the scenes shit."
Yeah,
Oh my! I never. Sorry, Jay, but I never said fuck so many times in public. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" I was gonna bleep it out. I was like, let's keep it.
just let it go.
But no, I realized that too. Drina's kind of like, I want to support whatever you do, but damn, can you stay on task once in a while? Because she
Mm-hmm.
knows, and I'm sure Jack knows too.
Yeah.
We're here, but this is somewhere else. Like I'm thinking, oh man, I could shoot this. I could, like even locate. We're going around. It's like, I could shoot a shirt here. Like, I just,
Oh man.
it's always going, bro. The brain never
Yeah.
stops. And even this, she was like, well, I'm glad you're gonna, you know, we're gonna paint over a piece of shit, but we're gonna put a black wall. I'm like, yeah, I gotta be a black wall, and we gotta put the key grind in the pot. It's so simple, but
It looks fire though.
it's the grind though, bro. And that's why I respect your grind too, Rob. And I think that's the main thing too, my guy. You're my boy and my friend, and we've done so many podcasts together. But like what you're doing right now for the soul and for the kids is something like I love seeing because like that's you. Like you've always been very very creative, dog, and just ideas galore. And you putting them out there. Like I like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we talked about you doing that. And
Yeah.
but you done like that's you though, bro. You've
Yeah.
We talked about getting married. You've done that. Having children. You have a family. Two beautiful daughters, by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you.
First cheerleading competition yesterday.
Yeah. She
Oh
had her
man,
first performance, so something girly that she's done because she's been doing sports and other
soccer
stuff. So
star.
yeah, so far,
I
hopefully,
like
fingers
that. I like that.
crossed.
I like that. I
Fingers
like
crossed, I'm
that.
gonna be selling T-shirts in the
Um,
near future.
oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah.
just kidding. No, she has a lot of fun with it. She loves it, man. So it's fun seeing her be in that element because she's a different kid in that element.
How do
So
you find time to come up with this, Brooklyn? I know you're a family man, you're a hardworking man, and I know like even this stuff is kind of like on the side for us. Like we
mhm.
all have we do our thing, but then this passion work we call it. When do you find time to do all this?
Late nights, man. Just the other night, I think I seen you post something that you woke up at 4, and I hit you the next day, like, bro. I think we like exchanged because I went to bed at 4, and working on the launch of, sorry, excuse me, for the kids, getting the website ready, cleaning up the details on the posts and on the designs and stuff like that. So yeah, man. I mean, put the kids to bed. Put the say, well, hey, wifey, I'm gonna go over here for a minute, and an hour turns into like 3 or 4. Because once I get rolling, you get rolling.
Yeah, bro.
You can't go to sleep.
And it has
So
like once they we gotta spend that time with them,
hmm
and then it is 12:31. I'm like, damn, okay, I gotta get this done. I'm not gonna get it done.
yeah,
Even last night, got home. I'm like, well, she went to sleep. It was like 12 o'clock. Like, man, I gotta get this room. This room did not look like this at all, bro. And if they'll never see what's out here, but
right.
it's crazy. Like you said, our wives are. I'm glad I had that support. It's and even now more. It's like more. I believe in a little bit more. Investing a little bit more. It's like
Yeah,
they have to come. They have to believe in it. I think they got to believe in it too. Like they got to see the vision at least. And
they got to see action, man. I mean, we could only say
yeah,
so much, but
true,
they got to
true,
see
true,
action. They
true.
got to see some type of return.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
but I mean, just the fact that they believe in us and they want us to pursue it is already a step in the right direction. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just late night grind, early mornings. I had a hell of a night last night, but I know my boy needed, he wanted to get this off, so I,
I appreciate
I
that, man.
I'm on some electrolytes and a 2 bites of a Danish to survive. But
What were you sipping on last night, bro?
okay, so shout out. We went to Grumpy Brewing. Shout out them. I think he's been open for a
Where's
couple
that at?
years. It's right there off of McNair, so right behind the
Oh, damn.
on White Lane.
Yeah.
It's called Icy Blue. It's like a seltzer,
I'm
but
gonna
I
check
had a
that
few
out.
of those,
I'll
and
check
then
that out.
that led to a Cayman Jack. I don't even drink Cayman Jacks like that, and then that's it. I remember just seeing my mom because we picked up our daughters, and then that was it. I got a Junior Jumbo Jack. I texted Ernie.
I know. I was like, what are you
I,
talking about?
I text Ernie just randomly, yo man, if I make it tomorrow, it's because of this Junior Jumbo Jack, and then that was it.
I,
Like,
I was like, even the way you said it, I was like, what the hell do you mean, bro? Like, you have the shits, or are you sick, or
I was
what the
like,
hell? What do you got going on, bro?
I was trying to sober up. Even my wife was like, if you ain't gonna make it, you better text him now. And I doubled down. I said, I'm gonna be there in eight
I
hours.
for,
I'll see you in 8 hours.
dude,
Is
I
what I
was like,
said.
what? And I was in here, I was like, is this like you better be on time, motherfucker? Or I'm not gonna. I was like, oh, I'm trying my best to get this right, bro. I promise.
No, no,
I want you to be on.
it was just doubling down. I was in my own little
You're my
world
guy,
last night.
bro. I
But
know it was so. Like I said, it was so important. It was you because I haven't seen you since the wedding.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's man, I haven't seen a lot of people since the wedding, but that was fun too. But we didn't really get to. We don't get to hang out every day and just talk it up and chop it up and just talk about life. And I just felt like it was important, bro, just because I got to start with this pod with you, my guy, and I'll never forget those days because we're doing what we're doing now. We're just shooting
just
the shit,
just
dude, and
yeah, seeing what sticks, and
we weren't even like we were kind of like we were in serious relationships, but just before family and before getting married, and we were just we were still hanging out at your apartment at times,
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
I think my brother was still living here with me. It was like we were just and doing it on a pod. We didn't have no video cameras, bro. I didn't even know what this how to set this
we
up,
didn't even
and
have mics. I think we just used the microphone on the
dad, remember
MacBook.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. And that was and those Macs were cool, but I'm still using it, but it's not this either. It's
yeah,
not this machine, and no,
we
bro, it's
we've come a
really
long way, man.
it has, man. I think I know I said in my speech, man, but I've really been thinking about this a lot. It's like the best times are yet to come, dog. You know, and I've been telling myself that because I've been getting I've been telling like some of the basketball girls too, and the seniors are graduating, but even the boys too, because they come in here, they chit chat with us all the time. I tell the kids just this high school stuff is fun, but it's not going to be the best time of your life.
It don't. It has impact, but it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah,
And yeah, you got to kind of stay level headed through all that.
yeah, dog. You got
Yeah.
there's so much. They're gonna experience so much more in life that's better than this. This is a. It's all. I'm sure high school was fun for both of us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was good times, and I had some. You know, I taught some valuable lessons, but I still feel like the best times are ahead of us, man. And that's why I really like my headspace is. I'm just gonna keep putting shit out that I love to do. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, I want to keep trying. You know, I want to keep grinding, and this isn't just some name on a podcast. It's just the way this is the way we live, dog. And I take it now. That's why I think I'm gonna love this podcast even more than the STS, which STS did so much for me.
Right. Right.
Even with my man, dude, and you guys go back. I had some dark times just with
Mm-hmm.
personal losses, failing, going through my self sabotage myself, and but highlights too. Some great times when I first started, dating Dream when I got engaged and
Yeah. Yeah.
breakups and all that winning shit and winning in life, winning in sports, winning in just the little games, having great guests on. It was great for what it did, but I think like I think the biggest thing that I've been able to do is be self aware when things are over, and it's like I told you like 2 3 months ago, the ceiling has been met for that.
Yeah. I think it's timing too, though, and I'm starting to realize that in this avenue I'm in at this moment is a lot of things come back to timing. I mean, you never know that maybe SCS played its part as far as like you said, like there's that ceiling, but then also you have upgraded equipment. You kind of know how your way around navigating like your setup. Your the producing and how it looks like versus how you did it on STS. So I think that it's just timing. Like I think it's time that it's up a notch and everything else came along with it, and involving even this rebrand.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
know what I
bro.
mean? So, and that also comes with the stuff in the boxing, and you didn't have that either before. I mean, you had of course the girls basketball, but I mean, this is just it's
Yeah.
two times this now. So
Oh, you know what? And I always say this too, man. The basketball thing now that I've done what I did. Now it's more passion work. I wouldn't want to put that brand on them
right,
because
right.
it wouldn't be about the kids anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because we talk about that too. Coaches, we talk about that all the time. Hey, why don't you give them keep grinding? But like, no, I want you like your logo. That's a Foothill logo.
Right.
Irv got the made hoops for them, but the Foothill logo's on the side. You know what I mean? Like it's in the same avenue. Keep grinding is more of a personal thing for me. I don't like to be a mark for myself in a weird way too. I don't want it to be just about me. Like, oh, I'm using it as a vehicle to kind of build my brand. I'll
Mm-hmm.
sponsor them. And like
Right. Right.
me and Jay over here DJing throwing out keep grinding shirts, but that's me to get back to the program
Mm-hmm.
with the boxing thing and just other people who support our movement.
Yeah.
And you notice too, I'm like I love that Kobe Olympic, the two Kobe shirts you have. Those are the ones
Uh-huh.
I cop, wear those all the time, and I love that because it's like that's the move. I want to push your movement, you know,
Right, right.
and I just want to keep doing that with I always try, and I tell the girls too. The basketball is personal to me. It's passion work. This keep grinding boxing stuff is more business, more of a there's a goal for this. I want to keep supporting these boxers, you know, and I just don't want those worlds to intertwine in a weird way because I
Hmm.
just want to keep them separate because it's the basketball thing's more pure. Now after, like I said, we did everything I want to do as a coach. I want to be involved. But I want to help facilitate and just have the foundation laid out for all the coaches and you guys. Here's the practice schedule. Here's the budget. Here's
Right.
our
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
everything's ready to go.
Uh-huh.
Now we just got to coach, and that's kind of it's that's a separate, bro. Like I thought about that too, man. But it's cool to be separate though, bro. I really love doing it. Like right now is just to keep grinding is what it is, man. I've always it's been around for a long time too. It's not like it's just new.
No, it's just been in the
It's
shadows.
been in the shadows so long, man, and now it's in the forefront and um investing. I had to learn how to shoot, and I think I'm getting better all the time, you know. And but that's just taking time and just the grind. I want to learn how to do all that, but you know, everybody says, "Well, fuck, you gotta be just be focus on one thing." But it's like, dude, I want to do everything in house.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Of course, this is why we shot now. I guess we kind of go behind the scenes. The way we shot this, if I had that third camera, we could have had a face to face conversation, one focusing on you, one in the middle, one focusing on me.
Yeah.
But we're just not at that point yet.
Hmm.
But that would be, and because the clips are a big thing right now too.
Right.
We know that. Like
Yeah.
TikTok's blowing up. Like, of course, but we could still make clips. I think
You
the way
can.
we cut it,
Yeah, you can.
I think we could. You know, I put everything kind. I know it's gonna be different frames, but it's all the same settings on each of these cameras. So I'm sure we could kind of. I'm hoping those cuts keep people's attention.
Yeah.
And I think the conversations are always going to be good, bro.
Of course, man. I mean, I don't think that's been an issue in
Mm-hmm.
your past podcasts. So I mean, even the guests that you have, they bring that value of talking and topics and
We
things
got
like
some
that.
wild. Remember the OTM? We had some wild podcasts, bro. Remember we had to cut one? I'm like, man, we ain't do. We ain't.
We got our thing hijacked.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I remember that
Where
one.
were we at? Where did we record that at?
At the in the garage
Oh
room
my
over there.
god, bro.
I think all of them were over there. But that one was hijacked, and
We got our yeah. We learned from that though, man. I've never let anybody else hijack a damn podcast again.
that was off the rails
That
though. It
was
wasn't
fucking.
even like
That was a personal vendetta. Like, yo, fuck you for not picking me.
yeah, like
Like,
I didn't expect that at all.
like some,
I didn't get that vibe at all.
I think the older I get too, it's like, bro, you put people put themselves in positions like that. Like, I
Oh, they
don't,
planned that
I
one.
don't have self pity, bro, anymore. I'm done feeling sorry for people. Though, like, I don't know if I'm just older now. And I got more like a marriage has made me realize responsibility is more on me,
Yeah. Hmm.
and like, bro, I don't have time for that. Like, I don't want to deal with that self pity shit, bro.
You
I've been
yeah.
me and Dream been talking about this too. Just no in Pacific, you know. But it's like I just gotta do me. Like, and
Yeah.
everything else is noise, and
I,
especially negative noise.
I pick more time. I pick more what to do with my time specifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if if I'm hanging out with you, or if I'm leaving my family, I mean, you mean something to
Oh
me.
my
So
god, bro. Yeah.
I'm not just leaving the house just to leave the house. You know what I mean?
It's not like it
Not
used to be,
lately.
huh? It's
Yeah,
not like it used to be,
not
bro.
like that, man. So
No, it's beautiful. I think it's growing up is it's fun, man. I was a little, you know what, dude? I don't, and this is, I told you this too, so she's like, oh, you put that out there? I'll put it out there. Dude, after the wedding, bro, I swear I sat in bed for like 2 days, like, what's next? I just, because you know, you work so hard for this goal, like,
yeah,
we planned for a whole year, we get
yeah,
all the money involved,
and it was gone
it
like
was
that.
gone like that,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, what else what's next, you know? And
Mm.
I had to snap out of my bro, like, you still got school, my guy, you still got, you know, all the brands, it's like, but for 2 days, I was like,
What are we doing?
what's
Where are we
next now?
going?
Like, what's gonna
Yeah,
be as
man.
much of a like, dude, everything else is like just as a grind, you know? And it wasn't a stress. It was honestly so much fun planning it, bro, and just having the family involved and
Yeah.
everybody there. That was and Adrena was happy. That's the main thing. Like she enjoyed it, and she's not really. She's kind of like you. She's behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
She hates she does not. She has no interest in being on the podcast. I tried to bargain with her so many times.
To get her on.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
doesn't
I
even have
feel that.
social media. It is her insight on that. We can talk about that later. We'll do a profile on Adriana later, but it's pretty cool to be like, you know what, man, this is what we want to do, and but I was kind of like, man, what else is there now?
Yeah, man. I mean, for our wedding, it was what 2019, and then we rolled right into COVID, so we were literally just
That's
in
crazy,
the
huh?
house for like
It was literally like 2 months after that, bro.
because we did our honeymoon in December, we came back, and then that was like
The
couple
world changed.
a month and a half, we was locked indoors.
I'll never forget. I did the Lonzo wedding. That was the last wedding before the world changed. I was like, that was
That was it's
that's when
tripping
Baldwin
you.
by Ronnie came out.
Yeah.
We were dancing up at that shit, bro. It's crazy how time flies, man. My honeymoon's actually in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Tulum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we out here. We out here.
Okay. Okay.
Where'd you guys go for your honeymoon?
We went to Maui.
How was that? Oh,
Yeah, we went to Maui,
yeah, that
man.
was an option. It's very expensive.
If yeah, very
It's
very expensive, but
very.
it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Island time is a real thing. It just kind of floats, and that four 4 days, I think 4 days or 5 days, felt like 2 weeks.
Yeah, dog.
I was looking at her like, when are we going home?
And
Like it's beautiful, but
and the losing the hours pretty nice too. We're out
yeah,
behind. Yeah, we went when I was younger, like 12, but not as an adult. That's fun though, bro.
yeah, man, it
That's
was a lot of fun.
it's on the bucket list. What's your best advice, man? I'm a married man. It's our first time having conversations as married men. Pause. What's your what's your best advice that you give me, bro?
I always preach communication, whether you just got engaged, whether you've been together forever. I mean, if you don't have that communication, I think that I think it just takes it takes a lot more work. Well, marriage is work, relationships are work, but I just think it takes a lot more work to work through those hard or tough conversations. I mean, there's still conversations me and my wife. We struggle through, or at least I struggle through.
Yeah.
She has no problem speaking her mind.
Oh, not at all.
At
Shout out to
all.
Jack Jack.
Yeah. But I think it's just that if you don't, if you have, no communication, you can't have tough conversations. You can't make decisions. The list goes on. I mean, everything can only last so long in the honeymoon stage
Yeah, definitely.
of any part of the relationship, whether you're dating or you're fresh into the relationship or just married. Like there is still that honeymoon phase, but
Yeah.
that communication will get you through all the tough times.
People always? I'm sure this is not like a. This is a standard question, right? It's cliche. Does everybody ask you when you got married, like, does it feel different? How's marriage? Does it feel any different?
Yeah, of
I
course,
get that all the
of
time.
course.
Like,
Yeah,
is it supposed to? Like, I feel
I.
the same, but more responsibility. Like, I know I have to make sure that she's okay. Like, not
Hmm.
we're not gonna always be happy. She's not gonna always be happy. She has
Right.
things, she has. We all got things going on our daily, but
I don't. How long you guys been married? Together before you got married?
it would be our fourth year anniversary the day of when we got
Okay.
married was 4 years.
Yeah, because it's tough with us. We were together for since 2011,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
we got married in 2019. So we were already together for 8 years.
Hmm.
And then I mean, I think it's our fifth year, 6 year married or something like.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
No, you
it
better get
didn't.
that right, bro. You better
Yeah,
get that right.
it's 6 years. It's
Okay,
six
go
years.
get
Getting
that
married.
right, my guy. They already know the text.
Um, it get that tag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus, I'm
you
so
gonna see me.
sorry.
You gonna see me outside.
Oh my God, we'll give you guys a report
Um,
on that one.
but yeah, so it didn't feel any different because we've been together so long, and it's not like I don't know, you can call me whatever, but every day since 2011 we've spent every day together.
Definitely,
I don't
bro.
think I think I've there's bachelor parties
Yeah,
or
yeah,
things in between, maybe 2 days,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I've seen her every day, bro.
No, I don't think I've ever went a day without talking to her, mad or happy, or
Yeah,
we
like
never went to bed. We never. Our big. I'm sure it's a lot of people's thing, but I think it's like we're not gonna go to bed mad.
hmm
There's nothing that serious. That's another thing I've learned with her too. Nothing's that serious. She's not my enemy, bro. I learned that real early. Like I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here
right,
to hurt you. I'm here because I tell you shit because I care.
right,
And that was like the biggest realization. Like, oh, okay, she's trying to build me up,
hmm
and
yeah.
no, I get that question all the time, and it's like, what am I always tell you, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, it's different.
You should
And
just throw them off.
oh, what was that? Did you hear that?
What happened?
Oh, maybe that was me.
Oh, you should just tell them, yeah.
Hold on, real fast. Is that phone on? The phone's not on. Oh, okay, cool. Now I was making sure I heard a little. That means like something died here. I don't know what it is. Like everything's charged. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But no, when I don't know what to say sometimes. Like it's the same because we have lived together. We had our first house. We don't have children, but we do have this damn guy named Kenny,
Oh,
and I take care of that guy like I've never taken care of a dog. Even Kowalski is like, what the fuck is this? Like, this guy is getting pampered, and but no, I think it's a great thing. It's just more responsibility just because she's my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and just want her happy. And if I can,
That's
I
it, man.
hope I just want because she's not me. Dude. I'm gonna get it anywhere I can. She
Mm-hmm.
knows what she wants. She's in this field and she's on her road.
Right.
Me,
Yeah.
you know how it is. We were in
Yeah.
so many different routes and
Yeah,
with
man.
coaching and branding and DJing and we only talked. But man, DJing's fun too right now, bro. It's a good time.
It's a good
It's
time
a good
right
time.
now.
It's a good time. That stuff like that stuff is kind of like I like to stay busy and you know like from my history I need to stay on something, bro. Cause
Yeah.
and
You stray too far,
yeah,
man.
bro, I can't, bro. I cannot. I'm will not stray too far.
Yeah.
And she, like I said, she's just. I hope I'm just so supportive in her endeavors and what she wants to do. But she's so simple. But she's a strong woman though too. She knows. We know what they want.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're right. Okay, let's just. And she's in a. But it's the same, bro. But it's just even better. And it just it's I don't like I said a honeymoon phase, but it's been the same, dude. I think the next day we're kind of like, man, it's over, and I was kind of like just bummed out because after a year of
You're like,
planning,
what? Like, it's empty now. Like, as far as like your calendar of things to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
yeah,
like
it's empty.
it was nice, you know. In every gig, oh, here you go, drop it on that, drop it on that, and we
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of, and that's kind of relief too. Now it's like, oh, now we kind of planned another trip. Like, thank God we get the hell out of here, you know.
Yeah, man.
And no, it's beautiful though, bro. I knew it would be great, but just now that it's done, it's like, man, what's the next goal? And that's why I really think we got to keep grinding because it's like the best times are ahead of us, dog. And
When them kids come.
uh, hopefully next year. We're not
That's
mad.
you, huh? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you. I know it's you.
I just want man. Like I want to be, and it's we're good now. We could
Yeah.
if we had a child walk in this door, that's ours. We're
Yeah.
not gonna miss a meal, not
I
gonna miss.
know. Yeah.
But I just there's so much more that I know we want to do, man. And I guess we did kind of start late. We didn't really. We were 30 when we got really serious, and now we're 4 years later. There's still now we got stuff to do together. It's like
Mm-hmm.
okay, we're partners now. How we're gonna make this happen? Like just with our goals, just home stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
there's goals like oh we want to do that, and then that I don't think I'm just selfish. I'm not gonna front and big. Oh yeah, I love kids. I do love kids. I got my guy here, you know. Um, but
You could give him back, though.
oh I know I can anytime I want. Just get,
Them kids are stuck to my hip, man.
how is it, man?
It's
Chew
great
milk
though.
up.
It's great though. But yeah, they're a lot, man. One advice I give is make sure you take those date nights and you make time for you guys yourself, your relationship. But no, it's a joy, man. Their characters and my oldest cracks us up as if she's like,
She's definitely
yeah,
Jackie's daughter,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, she looks like my wife. She acts like my wife, but she's sensitive like me. And then the little one, she looks like me, acts like Jackie, and has Jackie's act. Like, I'm scared of the little one more than I am the
Oh
older
my
one.
god,
So,
bro.
and she's just getting started, but it's a beautiful thing.
What's the biggest thing you learned about fatherhood, bro?
Um, it's 24/7. It's not it's no there's no break. I mean, you can put them to bed, they can wake up. You
Mm-hmm.
may need, you there to put them back to sleep. As soon as they wake up, they're looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, it's just you don't realize that you have so much to, you don't realize how much you have to pour into people until you have kids, and then you're like, dang, like I'm really able to pour into the love. You know what I mean? Love and everything into not one but two, and then if you have a third, like let's say we have a third one, like I already know that it's gonna be you'll be able to pour into that one too. So it's just yeah, it's just been crazy, bro. Honestly.
I know with the kids, like I just say with Jay and just
Hmm.
our players, and I don't know how I'll be with my kid because I feel like sometimes like man, I hope I'm telling him the right thing. Like just me and Jay coming down here, I hope me telling him like, hey, dude, you're gonna fucking fail sometimes. But you know what?
Yeah.
That's part of life,
Yeah.
and you're gonna just keep going. And there's gonna be like and I said, Nino's we're gonna do this podcast, bro. I don't know. I said if you mess up, who cares? Because you know what? That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And tell the kids that too. Like I don't want you guys to go through the ups and downs of this rocky relationship with whoever you're with and be toxic and go through and waste years of your life. Like, man, is that the advice I want to give my kids? So, do you think that, like, man, I'm kind of we're guiding them, and it's different when it's your own child, of
I
course.
mean,
But
of
I get
course.
nervous with that, bro. I'm like, man, am I saying the right thing? Like,
I think it's all on the fly, man. There's no instruction manual. I mean, you have your people that you grew up with and you watched, and and you watch how they pour into you, and you watch how they
Definitely.
how they helped with you and your upbringing, and that you
Hmm.
kind of just mirror that. But for the most part, man, it's all in the moment. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get with, of course, because we're all human. We'll have different emotions, different reactions. So
Definitely.
it's all just depending on that. But I mean, I think I sit there and I talk with. I think I had a talk with my wife's like brother-in-law or brother-in-law and her sister and her brother one night, and we were just talking. We were just talking about sports. What route and what they're doing over
Hmm.
there, but it was just like, dude, like I don't even know how to. She's only 4, but it's like if you think about it, in 6 short years she'll be 10, and it's a whole different thing. You know what I mean? You don't want to be too hard on them because they're just kids, but then it's also like if she really want to do this later, like you're gonna have to like get in line kind of now.
Commit to it
And
and
it's
get it
just
ready.
so like weird because dude, like she's only 4,
Yeah.
she's only gonna be like 5 right now, but then it's like just like that we're gonna be knocking on middle schools. And I mean, it's just insane.
You
It's insane,
like
man.
Jaden. You remember when Jaden was just a baby?
I'm saying, I
Like,
looked at him, I
like
was like,
here,
man,
dude. Like, he was just a kid right here. It's
yeah.
like now he's here. Like I was just telling him too. Like again, I don't know if it's the right thing. Sometimes the shit's real short.
Hmm.
Like he's gonna be. I said you're gonna be 21 one day, and it's gonna be like that. But I said at least you can learn now, and with the DJing stuff in the pod. At least you can learn, bro. Because I had people teaching me different things, but it's like I was in it though, in
Hmm.
it. Like I remember when I was in junior high, middle school. Like I had a guy teaching me about this, about the promoting, about the branding, um, and that's kind of what I want to circle back to, dude. But real fast, just it goes by so fast, man, and
Yeah, I
it
think everything that we plant, like whatever we're saying, it'll resonate. Not so much now, but it'll resonate later. Where
later. Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
100%.
I think there's been things where people told me when I was like 10 or 11, and I'm like, what are you talking about,
Yeah,
man? And then
oh yeah,
later in life, you're just like, okay, like that makes sense now. Like
yeah,
that makes sense. Like I can use that now. And I think that's what it is. I don't think there's no right or wrong unless you're telling them to go sell on this corner or something
yeah,
like that.
bro.
Then that's different. But
Yeah,
it's
hundred
just like, you know what
percent.
I mean. But if you're kind of putting your life lessons on him, like just as a hey, I bump my head so you don't bump yours. I think later in life it'll kind of click. You know.
Because I know I had that. I know I had a
Hmm.
lot of that bumping our heads and just
Hmm.
like learn from me, you know.
Yeah.
Real fast, back to For The Soul. Um, when you put out your content, bro, when do you know this is the finished product? Even the presentation, like I loved your presentation this week. It was all at once, right? But
Hmm.
you've had different ways of presenting the way your shirt, your styles, the mock-ups you do and the way it's presented. Like, what gives you that inspiration? I love seeing it. Even right now with your with the pressing, the shirt pressing you're
Hmm.
doing now, your new endeavor too that
Yeah.
you just got
Yeah.
into. Just it's so simple, but it's less is more type of approach. And I love that. What's the
Yeah.
inspiration behind that?
That's you hit it right on the head. My wife says that all the time. Less is more. Less is more. Don't do too much. You do too much, you're gonna lose the attention.
Mm-hmm.
You do too little, you may not catch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a sweet spot. We scroll all day, and you're bound to hit inspiration from something. I love that book, Still Like an Artist. So I'll take some stuff here and there and put my twist on it, and then if it hits, if it connects to me, and it seems like a nice little formula, then I'll just go back to it, stay consistent with it. Um, the content behind everything, again, it's just I just like to play with different angles. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like play with different angles, different music. There'd be a song probably I've been playing for the last like 3 days. I'm like, I'm just gonna use this song now. Let me just clip it to the beat in my head
Mm-hmm.
while I'm making the content.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, I just you be scrolling on Instagram, Pinterest. I'm like, okay, cool, this looks cool. Let me see how I can like
Flip
use
it.
this and
Yeah.
then put a little twist on it to where it's my own, and then we'll put it out. You never know what it's gonna work until you put it out, and if it hits or if it doesn't. You know what I mean? Again, throwing shit on the wall, see if it's gonna stick. If it does, continue that, continue that, continue that, continue that. But if it doesn't, all right, it's time
It's
to
time.
switch and adjust.
What's your favorite piece of art that you worked on so far from your brand For The Soul?
It's probably the new. It's odd, but it's probably the new Kendrick one that I'm
Oh,
want to
I
drop,
can't wait,
and
bro.
then I do have a Drake one
Of
also,
course. That new
but
Kia song's dope, man.
uh,
Okay, we
and
still
that
rocking with Drake out here,
and
bro.
that's what the T-shirt's kind of designed after is that song.
Tight, tight.
But it's just so funny how it kind of like it's not. I don't sit there and be like, okay, I need to make a Kendrick and a Drake one because I need to show affiliation or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, it's just literally like I'm be scrolling. I'm like, okay, this looks cool. Let me go work it. And then it just so happened in my tabs I have a Kendrick and a Drake one. And it's funny because I first released a Drake and a Kendrick one a couple years ago.
Mhm.
It was at the same time,
Mhm.
Kendrick or Drake, and then full circle around, bro. They have a whole fucking beef
Good
battle. My
lord.
God, this been dragging on too long.
Dude, when Not Like Us dropped,
Hmm.
everybody was saying, "No, it's not going to go past Memorial Day," and it's like still in the top five.
Yeah,
It's a generation, like no matter what anybody, everybody.
yeah,
I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing it. I love it. I'm
yeah,
still gonna bump it.
yeah.
But dude, this is a generational hit. This is the hit 'em up of our time. This is whatever beef song that was.
At the '90s, yeah, man. It's definitely taken off. I mean, I think GNX and as an album has been great. So Um, it's replay value is crazy. I can't wait to go hear it live. If I play, I hope to God he plays Reincarnated in
Oh
Sub
my
5 because it's
god,
about to
dude.
go nuts in Inglewood.
I was telling Donas like when that reincarnate. I think I dropped a video. I don't know. I think it was his video. We were bumping on the way to this photo shoot we did, and I'm
Hmm.
like that's the Kendrick I wanted. Like on.
Yeah,
I love Damn. I love.
yeah.
What was the one before that?
No, it wasn't
Oh no
typical.
no
Was
the
it no?
Mr. Morel.
Oh, you missed it out. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
And that was great. What he was doing, I understand it. But
Hmm.
that's what I want. That passion, you could hear it through the speaker. Like that's what he could do, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Reincarnated went nuts. I was sitting there like, this is crazy.
yeah,
Like, this is like when I picture like Kendrick spitting and stuff like that, man. And then the storytelling on top of that, and
the Heart Part 7 was probably one of the craziest. Like I got goosebumps because
yeah,
we know as long as we known each other, Kendrick's been like
hmm,
that guy. We're not new to
yeah.
this,
No,
and just hearing that journey, it's like damn. And yeah, I could see him wanting to be like Absol. I could see him rolling with, talking about him and Jay. And I got goosebumps, bro. I was one like it was emotional. That whole album was kind of emotional. It's like, man, this is full circle. And
yeah.
but that don't, we talk about this with the kids too. They're so at school. They're so it's either Kendrick or Drake, and I kind of get that because, dude, and I'm a Mark.
That's how it's pinned,
I'm a
bro.
mark, bro, for
Yeah.
hip hop. I couldn't even at the time we had CDs. I couldn't even put my Biggie and my Tupac discography together.
Yeah,
They
man.
had to be like, I had to keep them separate. And it sounds so dumb, but no, I don't even want them together. That's how deep it was. And I was a pro Pac guy for so long, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
I do hate that because honestly, man, the songs that came out during the beef were like
Fire,
great, like all
yeah.
the way around, bro. Like there was not. I mean, even the troll one where he did the fucking AI
Mm-mm.
voice, bro. That's
Oh
creative
my,
as fuck, and it's funny. Like,
yeah, it is,
but
bro.
like I mean, I get it because as a hip hop, like if you're a hip hop enthusiast, like it is a side. You got to you choose a side and you roll with it, and everything else is irrelevant on the other. You know what I mean?
With the AI stuff, bro, I'm like, how many Tupac albums we have with people who will never do a song with Tupac? Why is that a problem now?
Man,
I hate that shit, bro.
I
Like
thought
that's
that shit was.
hypocritical and I
Hmm.
didn't care for it either. I wasn't like, oh man, that's the greatest. But bro, they've been doing that for years. How many times
Yeah.
they changed Tupac's lyrics to make it sound like he was alive today? That
Hmm.
cornball bullshit they used to do back in the
Yeah.
day. Like, come on, bro. I see consistency. Be consistent.
Right.
Like, it's a good time, and I get the whole lawsuit thing. We want to go to, but how much money is coming from that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah. Is it bringing down to men of who take care of their families and it's probably
Yeah.
affecting people's pot. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is a game we in, my guy. You know, there is a risk that you take when you partake in activities like this,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
do. I do. I just. Yeah.
and
There's a lot.
it's good for the consumer, bro. But
It is, man.
but no, I'm really looking for when do you think that I seen the Kendrick the how do you say it I guess not the hype video but the preview before it drops. When do you think that would drop and when we get the whole mock of it?
It's ready to go.
Ooh,
Any time.
ooh,
I think I want to just taking my time with one thing at a time. So for the kids is kind of at the forefront. Um, I don't see GNX going away or Kendrick going away at all this year.
definitely.
And honestly, if he once that tour starts, I mean, I could ride that wave and release at that time, and you
That
know
was
what I
supposed
mean.
to be
So
our honeymoon, but I was real selfish. And I said, "Babe, we'll just go. If you want to go to Tulum, we could go to Tulum. We don't have to go to Vegas for the week. It's the same amount of cash anyway, because
yeah,
a weekend in Vegas,
yeah, I
and
seen
those
y'all in
tickets were
Vegas.
no
Yeah,
$25 either,
no,
bro. Those things are.
no, we caught
I,
nosebleeds for like no reason.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
actually sick about it, but
Inglewood?
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That's
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm
fun.
saying.
That's gonna be
I need
fun.
to hear that in Inglewood. I need to
Yeah,
hear it ring out
that's gonna be
because
fire.
oh my god, I'm about to go nuts. But
I kick myself all the time, man, because I could have got those pop up show tickets.
oh, you should have,
I know
man.
me and Angel were gonna go. I was
You
like,
should
man,
have.
but
I raced home to watch that on Amazon.
that was so much
Not
fun,
gonna
dude.
lie,
Oh,
I raced home to watch it
I've
on
never
Amazon.
seen Dr. Dre perform live, and you
Mm,
know me, I'm a big old Dre mark still to this day. It's
mm.
like I didn't see it again. I missed him twice. I seen him in person for a Kendrick show a long time ago, but never performed. We missed out on that, man. So I'm like, damn, I should have went. But it's a beautiful time though, bro. It's good. You know, music's always music, bro. As
Yeah.
a DJ too, it's like it's pretty cool times. Everybody loves that squabble up stuff, and there's something like, who's coming out right now with some hits? The ladies are, man. It's some thotty stuff, but hey, if that's what they keep on the dance floor. I'm cool with that too, man. It's the Bad Bunny phase is kind of over.
I don't know, man. DTMF is actually a really
It,
good album.
I think,
Yeah, man. I think honestly, like I don't even speak Spanish like that,
well,
but
maybe just with the bangers, I guess. I don't know. I haven't heard like there hasn't been anything that came to my
that's true.
attention yet. Like like even that. I'm not gonna even try it, but there's a couple Bad Bunnies on with that little the animated cover, still banging right now. Those things,
Yeah.
those things come on, they all
Yeah,
come
but
out.
I mean, to have him live up to that summer
Yeah, bro.
is so unfair.
That's
But
exactly,
because anything that
exactly.
even that album that he put out after that,
Yeah, yeah, no.
it wasn't a flop, but by that standard, it was. But I mean, it still has some songs on it. But I mean, yeah, you can't. I don't think
Speaking of
he can do it
pressure,
again, bro.
you feel pressure when you drop some heat, and after that, like, okay, I gotta drop something else that's just as hot.
Yeah, I think that's also just a competitor in me. It's a game within the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta. If you feel you drop something great, you always want to come back and be like, okay, I could do this. It wasn't a fluke. You know what I mean? Type thing. And I also think that the brand, I think it just needs more eyes in general. I think I just need to go. I have more time to go shake hands and kiss some babies. So I mean, no Diddy, but we can do
No Diddy at all.
we can do that now. You know what I mean? We can go to the pop ups and we can have the eyes and people touch and feel versus just seeing whatever's on the gram and stuff
I
like
know.
that.
I feel like the gram sometimes. At least for me, it's like, is that enough? Sometimes I don't know if that. Again, I don't know. I live in my own little world too, bro. Believe it or
Hmm.
not, I really do. I'm not. I'm just pointing out like that's my thing. I too. I don't. I put sometimes I feel like I put too much out, but if I don't put it out now, it's never gonna come out. There's so
Yeah,
much stuff, even with the boxing stuff and just to keep grinding stuff, just regular shoots I've had with some of my friends. They haven't not dropped it because I'm like, I don't like it anymore. I'm a more of like it's like no Vince McMahon, but it's now or it's not gonna come out because I'm not gonna like it in 2 days. Like
yeah.
I know how I am, bro. Like I just there's things like I just don't like
Or you
it.
feel like you missed that time.
Yeah, definitely,
Because
definitely.
I have another version of the Kendrick shirt.
Mhm.
I have two versions of the Kendrick shirt. One of them I made back in like when GNX first dropped. I think
Mhm.
it was like second week GNX dropped. I had already made a shirt, but I never produced it. Never did anything like that. There's also some other stuff behind the scenes, but and then I remade it after the Super Bowl. So fast forward to February,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
made it after the Super Bowl, and I'm like, dang, dude, I like this one a whole lot better.
Mhm.
And then my wife's like, no, like the original one, bang, like it hits, and I'm like, dang, like so now I'm like thinking like I think that's where I'm at right now. I think that's why I don't know. I haven't released it or dropped it is
Yeah.
because I'm like I should just do both. Honestly, just to fuck
Honestly,
it. Just fuck it. You
I
know what
mean,
I mean?
you
But
with for the kids, you dropped like what 6, 7 shirts at one time.
yeah, and
Like,
there's just in the tuck. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's also too because you gotta think about audience. Like I'm thinking my audience for the Soul is like 28 to like 45, let's say. Let's
yeah,
say like cuz I mean there's still people that are collecting sneakers and doing all that and still wearing, you know, brands that at that age.
yeah, definitely.
Um so I think the design has to go to that. Now the kids ones as long as it's nostalgic, cute, relevant to the even the time like even like just like Disneyland or
The Dodgers
there's
right
some of the
now,
Dodgers.
yeah, dude.
So all that's so easy to put out. You
Mhm,
know what I mean? Like I put out 8, but I have 8.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
it's just I have so much of it, and so you just kind of see what works of this one, and then you're like, okay, let me just produce. Let me now release these that kind of fall in that line and go
Yeah,
with it. You know what I
I
mean?
like it. I like it.
So it's a whole different process. But for the kids, it's like in my opinion, has been way easier to create for and even like mock up and put out because it's just like again, it's just kids. It's not like
And
adults
it's
buying this
I
or whatever.
love the way you. It's all this. It's a different name, but it's still the same brand.
Brand, yeah,
And again, that inspires what we got going on here.
yeah.
It's the same thing, but it's the same brand, but different ways of going about it. Because I think eventually they will come to For The Soul.
Hmm.
They're gonna go to For The Kids. Okay, well, where's this coming from? Oh, For The Soul. They got stuff for us too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's. I think that's smart, bro.
yeah. And then it goes down you when you really start thinking about so the branding. So when you go out to pop ups, it's all recognized for the, and then you're like, okay, I already know where I'm at. Oh
Right.
shoot, they have for those that have kids but didn't know we had adult stuff. Oh, they have adult stuff, like you just said,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. Like so. It works out. Again, you keep the color scheme, you just keep the name. I mean, even this new print stuff, I'm trying to think of a name like for the whatever. It's like for the brand, for your brand. So I
Type
just
type.
want to kind of keep it in line type thing. You know what I mean?
That's a good. I'm have to probably brainstorm on that one.
Hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, man. So
I would like before we go. I would like one request. I need a Mortal Kombat shirt, bro.
uh,
Before the new Mortal Kombat movie comes out.
trust me, I want one just as bad as you. I
That would be
just
fire. I don't know, man. You can't go. Even there's so many characters you could use.
yeah.
A Raiden one looking straight Kung Lao. Like we don't got Kung Lao over here. Like some. I'm sure.
Part of nostalgia is in the '90s they used a lot of like um, lightning full print with like I don't remember if you remember the like the NASCAR
Mm-hmm.
shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like the giant NASCAR, and then they had the lightning because they're lightning fast and
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm
Fire.
like,
Fire. Fire. Fire.
it's come across, bro. It's come across my mind, and it's been mocked at one point on there, and then it's just been deleted because I'm like, I don't know, like, and it's also like you have to pick and choose. I'm still early in the process of things to where I really do have to pick and choose to like it hits with my audience, and then when I can get to a point where I can just start throwing shit out, it don't matter,
Yeah.
type
Definitely.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Definitely.
have such a broad audience that it doesn't matter. Then, I can start playing with that. But yes, man, it's been mocked. It's been
The second one comes out October 24th, bro. We got time, my guy. We
I
got
know
time. We got time.
we gotta catch that. We gotta catch a showing together because I mean
We
that
didn't
first
we didn't get to catch the first one because it was
no,
on straight to streaming because of the
and I
pandemic.
was there like a little kid,
Oh my god, I watched that shit all.
popcorn.
I watch
Yeah,
it all the time.
I
I think
still watch it.
a
Yeah.
lot of heat. And again, honestly, I really do try to stay away from all the negative shit on social media when it
Mm,
comes to even. I get the Snow. Like we won't get to the Snow White shit, but we could talk about the Snow White shit.
yeah.
That's whatever's been going on with that. I try to. I kind of. I know what's going on, but
Right.
I
Right.
want to still watch it, man. Because you know what? I don't want to. No one's gonna, even the new Captain America movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's not New World Order. What the Brave New World?
Brave New World.
They hated it. It turned out to be. I liked it. It wasn't what I thought it would be either.
I don't think I don't think Marvel's put out stuff where you're like I can't go watch it
Yeah,
type thing. I think you
bro.
have to peep it, and honestly, it turns out to be like okay, that was better than I thought it was gonna be, and it was good.
A
You know
lot
what I
of
mean?
people hate that first Mortal Kombat, but like at least we got
No,
something.
but
Like
it
this
was
is a.
good.
I thought it was
It
good
was
too.
great.
Yeah, they added a couple of little things, but they all do it. But I'm watching all the Harry Potter stuff right now. The
Okay, yeah,
books are so different from the movie.
way
They
different.
took their own. How do you say it? Not creative freedom, but they took their own spin on it.
Hmm.
They did that, and they try to keep it as close to the book, but
The movies are
you gotta
entertaining
take it.
though.
Oh, they took their own liberties. Same thing with the Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
movie. They gotta, you know, they took their own liberties.
those Harry Potter movies are great though.
Oh my god, dude, we got to do a pod again and talk about the whole. I just got. I'm on Deathly Hollows right now. I'm
Okay,
almost done reading. I never watched any of the movies until I'm done reading the book, so I'm on the
now
last
you're
one. It's been a journey,
making
bro.
your way. Yeah, man.
So new segment before or new before we end the segment before we end the podcast. I want to end on this segment.
Okay.
This is the Keep Grinding podcast. You're a grinder. You have your brand. As a grinder, what is the biggest piece of advice, and who gave you that when it comes to your grind and what you do for the soul?
My advice is just remember your why. I think I've always said this, but if you don't forget your why, you'll always be in love with the process of what you're doing, no matter what it is. Um, the second part of that is love the process. I think if you fall in love with the journey, the ups, the downs, the stagnant parts, that I think that you'll always be in love with your craft. That's I mean, there's an end result, but I mean, dude, the stories that you have in between those lines from start to wherever you're going, or maybe it doesn't end, maybe it just gets passed down. That's what we always go back to those.
100%.
And then just kind of who I don't know who really gave. I mean, my dad's always been an entrepreneur spirit. I think that's kind of my stepdad too. I think I kind of just see them doing their thing, and they have some type of freedom, and I kind of want to work within those lines for what's best for me,
Yes,
as
of
far as like
course.
what I'm interested in.
Yes, definitely.
And shoot, I you want to pave the way for your children. Your children, my children always come to mind with things I do. So I want to lead by example, give them examples, show them that if they're not cut out for school, then there is an alternative route.
Yes, there is.
And I think
Yes,
that's
there
also what
is.
we've preached in past podcasts too. So I mean, I'm trying to stay true to what I preach on these podcasts. So I
I
hope
love
that
it, bro.
someone sticks, or it sticks with someone out there, man.
And I want to, since you're a grinder, I would like to present you with the official. You can throw over here, my guy. We're gonna give you. We're gonna
I
present
get
you
a
our very
T-shirt.
first. It's like a jersey giveaway, bro.
Okay,
Your Keep Grinding shirt, my guy, because you are a grinder, and that's why you're on the Keep Grinding the podcast, my guy, Double R,
that's nice,
Robert
man.
Revita,
That's nice. That's
the
nice. I
owner of
appreciate you, man.
For The Soul. Bro, I appreciate being on the premiere episode. Many more, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure,
I
bro.
love you, dog, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Just let me know.
Ernie C, the Gap Tooth Genius. Rob Revita here for The Soul. This is Keep Grinding, the podcast.